Hi everybody, I'm Jared Pike. This is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, February 18th. On today's show, Dennis Landfried from FineMark Bank explains how investment strategies are different for every person. Sheriff Mike Scott will explain how to avoid something known as the grandson scam. We'll also visit the West African country of Mali, where the village church supports a hospital for women and children. But first, let's get a Tuesday news update from Rochelle Chernowski at the news desk. Rochelle.
Thank you very much, Jared. We want to remind everyone about a special Nighttime Academy event that's open to the public. The event deals with the issue of addiction in older adults and features nationally known author Carol Colleran. She has very important insights to share for anyone who struggles with addiction or has friends or family members that do. All are welcome to this Academy event, Older Adults and Addiction, happening tonight in the church auditorium with a meet and greet at 6:45 p.m. and then the main program at 7 p.m. We now have a word from Mike Scott, who is warning residents about something called the grandson scam. A total stranger will call you, claiming to be your son or grandson, and try to convince you that they've been in an accident or are stranded in a foreign country and need thousands of dollars right away. This almost happened to a Shell Point resident last week, but thankfully, staff intervened before any money changed hands. Bottom line, you can't trust that people on the phone are who they say they are. Stop, think clearly, and find out the truth before you're pressured into doing anything. And most importantly, notify someone, whether it's the Shell Point call center or security, and get a second opinion. With more tips on avoiding this scam, here is Lee County Sheriff Mike Scott.
Hi there, I'm Lee County Sheriff Mike Scott. Think you recognize that voice on the other end of the line? Well, it might not be who you think it is. That's what a couple of Lee County residents recently learned when they received calls from a young person claiming to be their grandchild. The first one went like this. A young male caller said, "Grandpa, this is your oldest grandson." The grandparents responded, "Edward?" The caller confirmed, "Yes, Grandpa, I need some help." The caller went from there to ask for $3,000. The second call went like this. A young female caller said, "Grandma, do you know who this is?" The grandmother responded, "Elizabeth?" The caller confirmed, "Yes, Grandma, I've been in a car accident in Vancouver and I need $3,200 so I can repair my car and return home." You can see how easily the caller was able to obtain their grandchildren's names and engage them in a conversation. Thankfully, in these cases, no money was lost. Both seniors were lucky. They were unable to send any money. Both said they felt bad until they read a fraud alert posted in their community's clubhouses. Remember, never give out information until you have confirmed who you are talking to. A good way to do this is to call your grandchild or their parent to confirm what you are being told. If you feel as though you are the potential victim of a scam, never hesitate to call the Lee County Sheriff's Office. 477-1000. That's 477-1000. I'm Lee County Sheriff Mike Scott. Stay safe and have a great day.
It's clear that you need someone on your side when it comes to your finances. That's why we are welcoming Dennis Landfried from FineMark Bank to discuss what he calls CSI, Client-Sensitive Investments. Find out how important it is to have a well-defined strategy with your investments. This Academy event happens tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. Dennis came to our studio to discuss the importance of having a personalized advisor.
Hello, I'm Jessica Stillwell with FineMark National Bank and Trust, and today we're talking about choosing a financial advisor, and this is obviously a very important decision that a lot of people are considering. And joining me today to talk about it is Dennis Landfried, Vice President and also Private Wealth Advisor at FineMark. And Dennis, you talk to a lot of people all of the time who are going through this process of selecting a financial advisor. Tell me some of the scenarios that they're going through, or who are these people who are considering this?
There are a lot of people that are not happy with their current advisors that are looking around. There are people that maybe have recently lost a spouse that handled all the financial affairs, and now the surviving spouse needs help. You know, there are a lot of different scenarios where people are looking for advisors, maybe diminished capacity, or, you know, they just don't want to do it anymore.
Right. A lot of people have done it on their own probably, and then they get to a certain point in life where they realize that they need to have some things met as they continue on in life, and they want to make sure it's done correctly, I would assume.
Right.
All right, so let me give you this scenario. Let's say it was your parents, and your parents were asking, who do I choose, or how do I go about looking? What would be the first thing? And I know at FineMark, the first thing you're probably going to say is relationship.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I think that you need to have a deep relationship with your advisor. It can't be a surface relationship or a relationship that surrounds products. Getting to know your client as an advisor is extremely important, because you want to know their objectives, their risks, their family dynamics, their income needs, their concerns.
And now, Dennis, I think some people might be thinking right now, well, how do I know if they're good at relationships if I haven't hired them yet? But the relationship should really start before. It should start in the selection process before you've hired someone. If someone doesn't want to give you enough time to create a relationship and really learn about you, then they probably aren't the right person or company.
That's exactly right. You should take your time to make a decision. You should really get to know the person or the people that you're dealing with before you deal with them. So you shouldn't jump into anything. Your
next one, find someone who looks at the big picture. What does that really mean?
Again, it goes back to a product-driven type relationship, where if people are trying to sell you something, then they're not always taking a step back and looking at the big picture to see what really should be going on in your personal universe. And a good advisor will do that. They'll take a step back and they'll look at your situation, and you may have different baskets of assets with different advisors. Your advisor should be looking at all of those baskets together to make a sound decision for you. If you don't do that, then you might make decisions that are counter to other advisors, and it may take you off track with your plan.
And not just advisors, but also attorneys, CPAs. I mean, there are oftentimes a lot of people involved with your finances and what's happening in your life.
Yeah, there's no question about it. We always try to involve the CPA and the attorney. We want to know what your estate planning looks like, and make sure that all your titling is correct. We want to make sure that we understand your tax scenario before making investment decisions. We want to know how all these things impact you specifically, and no one else. So it's very important that all those parties be around the same table for you.
Okay, our next one is tools and resources. What does that mean?
We have at FineMark what is called an open architecture structure, and I think that's a very rare thing to be able to offer clients in the financial industry. Many organizations, as they get big, they consolidate their resources and they provide a scenario that might be an A, B, C scenario, and if that A, B, or C doesn't exactly fit the client, you still have to choose one of them, because those are the only options. In an open architecture scenario, we take all the best resources that exist out there and we bring them to the table, and then when you develop a deep relationship with a client, you can tailor that relationship to the client without trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
All right, and finally, experience.
Yeah, experience is very, very important, and people that have been through ups in the market, downs in the market, very low interest rate environments, very high interest rate environments, and they know how to react to those different scenarios. So you want to work with an organization not only from an investment standpoint, but from a planning standpoint that they've seen a lot of different scenarios, and they know how to react and put you in the right position as a client.
And we should say with that, we do have some young portfolio managers or private wealth advisors as well, but the good thing is they can go to the other people with a lot of years of experience, and everyone works together. And so I would think that you would also want to find an organization wherever you go that people are willing to work with each other. It's not competitive, but everyone's working for the best interests of the client.
Yeah, that's exactly true. And I think the way that we position ourselves is as a team for the client. So we offer a lot of different strengths, and I think we can pull from those strengths very easily to make sure that we're putting our best foot forward for the client. And
I would think that in conclusion too, it's got to feel right. Like I would think your advisor should be someone who you're close to, who you could tell anything, that you don't keep any secrets, especially your financial secrets or anything. You need to feel comfortable to talk to them and come to them. And if you have questions, concerns, you should feel absolutely comfortable. Yeah,
there's no question. I feel like, and I think most of our staff at FineMark feel like that we're in a face-to-face business, and that if our clients have concerns at any given time, they should be able to reach out, access us, and meet with us on a regular basis so that we can address those concerns. Financial planning is an evolving thing, and it changes, and so we need to be in a proactive position to be able to deal with those changes. And that goes for extended family too. So sons and daughters and brothers and sisters and mom and dad. We want to get to know not only our clients but their family, so that if there are any questions, they're familiar with us and they can work with us closely. All right, Dennis, thank you so much. And like we said, Dennis, you do talk to a lot of people here out at Shell Point, and truly you don't have to be a client to come and ask Dennis questions. He is available, and all you have to do, you could either go to the bank on the island, or you can also call Tiffany, who is our managing executive at the bank on the island, and that's 461-5999, 461-5999, and we will help you in any way we can. Dennis, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm Jessica Stillwell with FineMark National Bank and Trust.
To learn more from Dennis about how to focus your own investment strategy, come to tomorrow's Academy class, CSI, Client Sensitive Investments, tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room. And now Jared is here with 2 exciting events happening tomorrow. Jared?
Thank you, Rochelle. Now, Abraham Lincoln is a well-known figure in the history of the U.S., but have you ever wondered what kind of music he grew up listening to? We'll find out from Suzanne and Jim Hale, professional entertainers who have created a Civil War-themed show called Songs Lincoln Loved. With banjo and guitar, they'll perform the authentic tunes that influenced Lincoln in his youth, right up through his presidency. This free performance of Songs Lincoln Loved takes place tomorrow at 12:45 p.m. in the Social Center on the island, and all are welcome. Also, did you know that we at Shell Point have a unique connection to a hospital in the West African country of Mali? The Hospital for Women and Children in Kutiala was established by the Christian and Missionary Alliance, and their medical director is Dr. Dan Nesselrode, son of Ken and Elaine Nesselrode of Turban. New developments are happening at the Kutiala Hospital, and you can learn about them firsthand at a global outreach event happening tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. in the hospitality room of the Village Church. Here's a preview.
Hello, I'm Dotty Morrison. I'm here today to let you know about a special event coming up this Wednesday, and I have with me Wayne Fricke. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Dotty.
Wayne, I invited you here today because, like our speaker this week, you gave up time at a medical practice in the States, and you went to an African country to give your time in service to a hospital. Tell me when and where that was.
Well, I first went in 2001, and it was to Bangalo Hospital in Gabon, Africa. So I went there in 2001, and I went yearly through 2007.
How long did you stay when you would go?
I would go for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Right.
So when a doctor from the States goes to a country in Africa, it's not like just picking up and moving to a different hospital in the States. What kind of adjustments does a doctor have to make in expectations, in what they face every day?
Right.
Give me some idea about what he's facing.
Well, I think the two main things are language and culture. Gabon was a part of French Africa, and so the official language there is French. And I know that Dr. Spronk has been in language training, and I think he's maybe just completed that in French, but when he gets to Mali and Kutiala in particular, he will also need to learn the local tribal language, which is Bambara.
Wow.
And so he's got quite a job in front of him there. So.
I guess so. And how about culture?
And the culture is also a big factor. And when going to Mali, the culture is the population there is predominantly Muslim, so he's going to be that's going to be a huge adjustment because of the how that strongly influences the entire culture. And so there's a big adjustment in that respect. The other big adjustment is to Mali is a very impoverished nation, and so there will be a lack of some medical supplies, fairly common medical supplies that we would consider common here, and also a lack of sophisticated testing and things such as CT, MRI. Those things won't be available. So yeah, those are big adjustments.
Wow, wow. Now this won't be a completely unexpected change for him because he has served in Bangalo in 2005 and 2007. One new change this time is he and his wife Suzanne and their family are going for 4 years, a 4-year commitment. Now tell us, remind the people who might not know about the Kutiala Hospital for Women and Children in Mali. Tell us just a couple of things about what we know about that hospital.
Well, the Kutiala Hospital was founded in 2006. And what they found was that the medical needs experienced by the women and children in Mali were absolutely staggering, easily among the worst in the entire world.
Really?
And approximately 1 in 15, or 6% of Malian women die during pregnancy or childbirth. And 25% of children born in Mali do not survive to the age of 5. In response to that need, the Women and Children's Hospital was begun in 2006, and they provided full maternity services to the city of Kutiala and the surrounding area. They are currently delivering close to 2,000 babies a year, and that works out to between 5 and 6 a day. In addition, they're performing upwards of 500 surgical procedures a year. However, Dr. Spronk is going there because of the adult medical needs.
Yes.
There's a great need for adult medical services. Medical personnel that have been there up to date have been able to care for women and children. However, not so much for the adult patients who suffering from those type of problems.
Okay. And we've had former pastor Ken Nesselrode's son Dan here who works there. I can just see the look on his face when Dr. Spronk gets off the plane. I think he's going to be very excited.
Right. Yeah.
So this sounds like an exciting venture. I know you'll be there this Wednesday at Global Outreach.
I will be there.
And I appreciate you coming and sharing what you know and getting us excited about hearing about this new venture for the Spronks.
Right. Thank you.
So hope to see you at Global Outreach this Wednesday, 10:15 a.m. in the hospitality room. You'll hear some challenging things from the Spronks and hear about what their venture is going to be. There are also refreshments that will be served at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Coming up, we are covering all of Tuesday's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Welcome to the Happening segment of ShellPoint TV. I'm Bev Chandley, and this is Leslie Brand, and we're going to go over the activities that we offer for you here at ShellPoint today. We're going to start at 7:15, bright and early Health Connections class. This one is Bend, Breathe, and Balance. That's held in the Health Club on the island. And at 8 o'clock, we have the Round Robin Doubles Tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. At 8:15, the Stamp Ministry will be going on in the Stamp Room down in the tunnel. Now, the Ladies Golf Association will be out at the ShellPoint Golf Club at 8:30. Then at 9 o'clock, we have bocce. That'll be played at the Woodlands Bocce Court. We'll move to 9:15, where we have the Caregiver Support Group and Memory Care Group in the second floor of the Rehab Center. You do need to sign up for that one. And then our last 9:15 activity is open painting. That'll be down in the art studio. 9:30 is the time the match play mixed doubles tennis will be going on at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. And we have a 9:45 Women's Ministry Bible Study. That'll be held at the Village Church. Through the Bible Study Group will be in the Osprey Room at 10:15. And at 10:30, the Caregiver Support Group and Memory Care Group will be in the second floor of the Rehab Center. Sign up is required. At 11 o'clock, our Susie Q goes off to Rum Runners for lunch. You do need to sign up for those trips. And we'll round out the morning with an 11:45 Health Connections class, Living Healthy. That'll be in the Osprey Room on the island. And to continue on with our activities, here's Leslie for the afternoon.
Thank you, Bev. At 12:30, we have the Mixed Progressive Bridge in the game room at the Woodlands. And to start off the 1:15, Knitters Group in the Osprey Room. Also at 1:15, Shuffleboard at the Shuffleboard Courts. The Rollicking Recorderist at 1:15 in the Tarpon Room. And lastly at 1:15 is Women's Ministries Prayer in the Hospitality Room at the Village Church. 1:30, Stamp Ministry in the Stable Room at the Woodlands. And we have a Health Connections at 2:45, Balance and Mobility Training Level 2 in the Health Club on the island. That class is currently full. 3:15, the Celebration Ringers rehearsal will be in the choir room at the Village Church. 3:30, we have a Health Connections pole walking care class will be in the Oak Room at the Woodlands. That class is currently full. And to end the day at 4:15, we have a Health Connections Tai Chi Cha will be in the Health Club on the island, but that class is currently full. Thank you for tuning in with us today, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Coleth with your Academy information for Tuesday. At 9:30, Writing Your Memoirs on a Computer continues in the Computer Center at the Woodlands. At 10 o'clock, The Story of Burma, the Land of Temples, will take place in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands. You may sign up right at the door. At 10:15, Apps continues in the Manatee Room on the island. And at 1:15, After Prep School Basics begins in the Computer Teaching Center at the island for those who have signed up. At 4:30, the Alpha course continues in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands for those who are registered. At 6:45, we partner with Hazelden to offer a lecture, Older Americans and Addiction, in the Village Church at the island. All are welcome. Tomorrow, we have a new class, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, with Herb Sklar. We have a legacy seminar, Forensic Investing, and we have a computer college class, Using the Keyboard and Mouse, Touchpad, with Floyd Jamison of Parkwood. And Herb Sklar will teach another art class beginning in the afternoon, Palette Knife Painting.
Menus for Tuesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is herb-marinated grilled Cornish hen with couscous and kale salad. The dinner special is the Build Your Own Stir Fry Bar for $12.95, and the soup of the day is baked potato. In the Island Cafe for lunch, enjoy a pulled pork sandwich with chips for $7.25. For dinner, the special is ham steak with mashed sweet potato and mixed vegetables for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are stuffed sole for $15.95 or pork tenderloin for $14.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, I'm Randy Woods. It's my privilege to serve as the Minister of Worship and Music here at the Village Church. And I'm especially pleased to announce that our Season of Praise concert series will present the Annie Moses Band live in concert here on Sunday, February 23rd at 6:15 p.m. This family musical ensemble, the Annie Moses Band, will bring their unique blend of classical, Christian, folk, and popular music to the Village Church on Sunday, February 23rd. Tickets for this inspirational concert are $10 and are available at the church office. Based in Franklin, Tennessee, just outside Nashville, the Annie Moses Band is a Christian family of Juilliard-trained musicians and award-winning songwriters dedicated to virtuosity in the arts. Led by their lead singer and violinist, Annie Wooliver, the band includes her 5 siblings: Alex, who plays the viola, Benjamin, the cello, Camelia, the harp and keyboard, Gretchen plays the violin and the mandolin, and Jeremiah playing the guitar and the banjo. You add to that sibling ensemble the veteran songwriting talents of their parents, Bill and Robin Wooliver, and you have a dynamic group with roots in classical, popular, and jazz music. Together, they are leading an artistic renaissance in the church through musical excellence, strength of family, and a message of faith inspiring all generations to join in the discipline, beauty, and excitement of highly skilled musicianship. To get your tickets for this concert, call the Village Church at 454-2147 or go to the church website, www.shellpoint.org/Village Church. There you can get more information. I trust you'll get your $10 tickets and plan to attend this evening family musical celebration on Sunday, February 23rd at 6:15 p.m. with this uniquely talented family, the Annie Moses Band.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we learn how these warm stones bring the ultimate luxurious touch to your visit to the Shell Point Salon and Spa.
We'll also learn about new and exciting Shell Point travel destinations, such as Mackinac Island, Michigan, and a rail journey through Switzerland.
Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, February 18th. I'm Rochelle Chernowski.
And I'm Jared Pike. And from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.